on Austrian Painter's side.
Well, it felt like more of a team game, right? Like you've got this Sven that can't really do much without the team around him. That's the nature of the Sven support, is it's a setup. On the hero, Blink on Earthshaker, for example. And I've seen Eternal Shroud getting picked up a lot on Sand King. And it is quite a good item, of course, but ooh, Rod is done on Ghost, and they catch the Rat. The Rat is in a whole lot of time, you know? For this hero to come online. Here he is, just cutting waves. This is the Clinks. This is how you play Clinks. Not coming to team fights when you've got 75 damage. Rev stepping it up. RFA again. RFA's 4 staff and cookie. Ghost still a little bit hungry. Axe still waiting on the side in that triangle. He finds Filipino rules and gets him with a quick silence. Looks like he's got a Mindbreaker in his neutral slot there, so I think he was hoping for a little bit more, a little bit quicker. But the taunt, hang on, Dookie, look at the damage coming out from that. Goddamn, that Sapphire is absolutely destroying that Primal Beast. She just did so much damage there. The troll last game. We were speaking about that player Connor. He tended to pick this hero in Grief My Games as well. So maybe those two have a little secret garbage hero club that I don't know of. Blobs hit him. And
I don't think he used to press Enrage when he blinked in there. Yeah. Oh, another miss stun by Hancho. So it's fine for him to die there. And they also, as you said, kill Darkseer, so it's kind of 1-on-1, and he stops them from pushing high ground, so definitely worth. But
so Ghost has decided to play forward here, but this snap just steps completely out of position. The slow goes off onto her, followed by that big Sven stun, and even though Sven doesn't do a whole lot of damage, the Wyvern does. But it's got his 25, Battle Trance, strong Dispel. How are the other... Anyone else come up
Oh, I'm surprised the Troll doesn't have his Shard. His Shard is really, really good. And he's just
solving it, so... Austrian Painters...
Night ban makes sense when you have a Weaver. That Night Stalker can just make your game miserable.
Because you lose vision, but because you lose vision and immediately tilt, and then remain tilted for the rest of the game. And it doesn't just happen to you once, Hillstayer. It will happen to you 40 times in a game. And God, it is... Sand King comes out. Is this the Laralul mid Sand King, do you think?
I think it's still flat.
Brings more. You've got hard lockdown and chase with that Slardar, and you can see the invisible core. Lifesteal is incredible. Darkseer sort of has his place in this bit. Oh no! Well, they'll never let him draft again. Smart tactic if he doesn't like drafting.
I'm pretty sure I was watching the draft and they were saying that the heroes were good. I mean, I don't think he cares. He was already low HP anyway and low mana. He gets to go to base for free. He's got 2 braces. Wait, mid.
Mid lane? Sand King's diving. Bumping into is the issue with Mars removing the trees of Hoodwink. So there was a bit of counter synergy there. But in this case, Mars is on the enemy team. Squirrel is chasing him. He should just get away here, right? Even though he has been dusted.
Gleipnir in 1 second.
There's the Gleipnir. He might have to pop his ult here, but the silence comes.
Yeah. This game is just confusing me. Apparently the only part of the map that exists is mid.
Axgall under the
catches him just on the edge.
Hero, even I would take it over a Clinks, I think. But who knows? Maybe they've got some sweet, fantastic potion brewing that we just can't see. We're not aware of the ingredients. I see that they've banned Quap Rev on his famed Clinks. And what's this all chat that we're getting here? Okay, let's go. That can hide from that much pain and fury coming out of the off lane. So
yeah, it's gonna be tough. And Dire have two very.
I can see he's got a wand, and then what? He's got two mithril hammers queued up because he's thinking maybe Deso.
Going for a Deso, but I don't know if that's the right play against a Sven.
Got the good ward, and just like that, the stun is whiffed because of that vision.
So I think the reason why Filipino Rules is going for a Manta is just because he wants an extra purge for this Atos. Because not only was that Reverie failing to kill someone, but he dies for it. The Darkseer honestly was never really in danger. Live on the Slaughter, but he's very low. I think honestly, maybe just be better to die.
PB's got a 6 for these wards, huh? No 6 on that Storm's.
I think it's some hindsight.
Okay. I think maybe the tempo of the enemy team just put him down. I saw potential there, but I think they just needed more time. But anyway, Slaughter Gang did really well. Like, they've just got so much information. Vision on both of these towers. Huncho uses his stun to farm some creep, and they were just watching him with that vision I was just talking about. He's got no... And I'm dedicating all of that to, like, trying to get on top of this bug. Like, dedicating everything I have to catching the bug. Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't quite feel right. I shouldn't be having to decide to get rid of the Wyvern this time. I mean, what about, like, they catch the Hoodwink in the cogs right next to the Lifestealer in the Mars Wall. I thought they were done there. Thought common sense, we back up, we reset, clicked away for a second, and then heard the death timer, so...
And that little rotation...
that we didn't see some like incredible plays coming out from some of the other players. Like I said, the Wyvern ults were absolutely phenomenal. PB just being in the right place at the right time, and also his itemized, like you step near the wave and you get hit with a static slide, and it just gotta feel so bad. It already felt pretty bad as a melee into Storm, but now it feels just
a high level.
Axe Call out onto the Ursa, but the Ursa does a whole bunch of damage, and the Snap's looking on the side with the Snap ult. The Snap somehow hits 6 before the Weaver, and is applying huge amounts of damage. Johnny needs to run here. Ari wants the kill. Meanwhile, Ghost still playing on the backlines here as this Weaver. You've brought the crab, but we've brought the bug, and no one's brought Mortine, so these two just walk away from each other. This Weaver's sort of getting away with murder. Cool, very exciting. And again, not a super traditional draft coming out from Team Radiant here. Obviously the Weaver's very strong, the Ursa's very strong, and the Primal's very strong, and the Sven. But
Reverie's the dumbass. And I am going to ask him what he was thinking after this. But he's played enough comp games to. Sorry, my headset cut out just then.
That's all good. Yeah, I was just saying.
As we were saying, yeah, Hoodwink is just strong laner. Annoying.
Urn comes out on top of Ghost, and now Ari's there just punching. Looks like the Bug is just trying to waste his time so they can secure the kill onto the Squirrel. But the rest of Radiant is spawning very soon, though, or something.
You're guaranteed to drop an extra one when you drop one, and also I believe if you enchant a creep, it guarantees a drop.
Quickly, that Bug just vanished.
Yeah, Huncho getting a auto refill here.
I think Filipino Rules might be in a hole. Had a pretty substantial lead there, and it just sort of drops away. What goes wrong? What happened at 25 minutes, Ilstaya? That just started the swing back in the opposite direction. Up the Wyvern's head.
Oh, I don't know.
He was taunted, but he moved to the right there. I'll have to go back and watch it.
Maybe some weird pathing thing.
Yeah, maybe make a few plays. So we'll just have to see. He's had the Hoodwink here to support him. He's had the Hoodwink keeping him nice and healthy. So hopefully he can seb it up. We'll see. Trouble as well. Storm's Fruit lurking on the back lines, looking for someone to get soft enough for him to zip in and burst, but they're all pretty healthy. With the bug on the background, but they need to run as fast as they can. That is a dunk for Axe, our boy. 10 coats of blood.
Definitely still worth it for Radiant. They killed the carry, and they tried.
Cranky
You're so
fish.
lucky. That was not luck. That was. It wasn't even skill on. No offense to Filipino Rose, but it wasn't even skill on his part. That was just a mistake by Huncho, tanking
You're
like,
so
it was like
lucky.
5 tower shots.
Looks like MGC needs to get out of here, and so does that Ursa, because they are now turning and running straight into that Radiant team. Phenomenal, phenomenal call from that Axe there, and he might initiate like that, unless he's got a team behind him. Looking difficult for Dire at this stage.
XP, it's also galvanized stacks which help him farm, help him gank, just further enable the hero. So you don't want to feed him too many, and obviously he does lose 3 when he dies. But...
You know?
Ghost, I believe, is a techie spammer.
Oh, the worst kind of person.
Maybe it's Peely. No, I think it's Ghost. Ghost plays.
He rotating in, and this time he's brought the rat and the crab with him, but the crab is so slow from that Arctic burn. Ghost still just in between 3 heroes and harassing. They do, baby, having a hard game. Struggling to hit those. Struggling to hit
the team.
The Burrow strikes. Johnny
so we
chips
see
him.
that. And then if you're away from his skeletons, he isn't really doing any damage either. So why did you pick the hero?
Strong early game from them can be spooky. So taking a bit of harass down here, but that's just what's going to happen in a rat lane. 2 melees into a rat and an ack. Just some harassing.
Yeah, it looks like he's down. The Wyvern
Away he
does
goes.
get away because of that, but... Oh, lag.
A little bit here. The rest of Radiant is coming and he needs to be careful. The Axe and Sand King are waiting on the sidelines, and Axe could get a phenomenal call once again. No, not this time. The sun comes out.
Especially against the Storm, obviously, it's extra value. And against the Weaver as well. And it's something the last game that they lacked on the Dire side against the Weaver is that
the Spirit Breaker is picked, but the new passive XP gain on that hero is just so nice. Like, it just has such an impact on games when your POS 5 isn't 4 levels behind the rest of the team. Because question, when does the Ags come out on the Sand King?
I think it's less prioritized now.
Good God!
Yeah. Bloodstone
Hang on.
Kaisan is powerful.
How much damage did he just take?
It's, yeah, I don't know.
Oh, there he is. No, he's just right down the bottom. 5 picks, 40%. 40% win rate, so no. No, not a great round, but they get the start off with the Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit still has a little bit of mana.
Sure.
Might be able to get out of there yet. He's zipping. He's doing what he can. A
Gotta be
clockwork.
close.
Looking on the side, gets the hook shot just to sort of save for now. He does have the rage and decides. At the moment is this Weaver. It is just so obnoxious. And it just gains HP, damage, so quick. Like, look at this. Who can bully the rat like that?
And not even so much the Orchid, but it's the Atos. He doesn't want to be popping BKB just for an Atos. So it makes sense.
Needs to just get up that hill. He is away.
Ghost does have Shikuchi.
Ghost is chasing. Puts out the vision. How long till Shikuchi's back up? 5 seconds. Blood Grenade again. He elects to burn a second one. 216 stacks on his Desolator. And a Daedalus now. And is doing the classic rat. Ooh, elects to leave. Okay.
I think he should have walked up and hit it a couple of times.
Yeah, they need to be careful now. This is what Chicken as a perfect example. We've talked about him before. This RFA player is one to watch. He is super interesting as a support player, and just makes some really, really, really clever.
Blink.
Thank you for
And
the
just
follow.
Abyssal.
Blink Abyssal, you said? Oh,
on the troll, like instead of
trouble and is already dead before any of his team can respond. Meanwhile, Sven bumps into Axe, stuns him, walks away.
yeah, I mean I think he
Oh no,
might have.
maybe not. Johnny decides to blink, gets the. He is second most picked hero, aside from Bans, of course. Which that's unbelievable that she's behind Hoodwink. I didn't realize she was quite that strong. Weaver though, we know how strong Weaver is. We've all had that fish blink on us and just absolutely annihilate us in
Well, he doesn't.
you know.
He doesn't even have blink yet, but it's just these heroes that can buy an orchid.
Damage coming out of that Storm Spirit. Okay.
Yep. Good rotation. But at the same time, Reverie died.
Connect, but he's taking a whole lot of damage and not getting a whole lot of spins out against these particular heroes, and he is absolutely gone. That did not take long. Turns out if you just don't punch the axe does no damage, and maybe
If you're using an orchid to kill the Hoodwink, I think you say that's value. And I don't know if the Sven just straight up doesn't care about being awkward. I don't think.
no, I think he presses his war cry in the or
Yeah.
we love to see a bit of back and forth. Alright. Gauntless is the most tilting thing ever. Remove the rat. Hashtag remove the rat. Mars! Johnny Mars. Super excited for this. He really turns up on this hero.
Invincible. But that's not the case. I mean, that was the case during the lane because Filipino Royals wasn't buying any sentries.
Another stunner.
Because I think in this situation, an Ursa with an Abyssal can man fight a troll that doesn't have one.
Prove you wrong. I do
I'm
have
not
faith
saying that they. I'm not saying that they're going to lose this game. But if they win, it will be in spite of the clinks.
You hate that hero as much as I hate Jug. Quap, Ember, and Night Stalker, all three of those heroes are pretty good at just getting on top of a Clinks and eliminating him from the game.
Yeah, I think also just banning probably just in a
Nature
1v1, it sort of is relatively even. He's got a level 6 now, so he's not too scared of dying. I don't think that the Primal can kill him by himself, or ideally yourself. But he's just not really had the opportunity to do that this game, and you saw that they TP like straight away, and he had to just run, and he got out.
Fights are taking place and a little kill here or there. This troll is just sitting in this top lane, getting closer and closer to that Battle Fury. I worry.
He's catching up. It's I don't think I like the Glimmer pickup on the Hoodwink, just because you want to be playing on the edge of fights, and you want to be pumping out damage. I feel like you could have. Also kind of do similarly. I just don't think it was enough.
I found it. I think I found it. 25 or 20, 22-ish is where the blink hits the Slardar on the enemy team. And like, I get it, Vacuum strong, Spoopy Ball strong, Iron Shell strong, and especially Iron Shell strong on heroes like Lifestealer. So, I'm not sure if they want to commit completely to this dive. Ari walks away. Instead, they decide to take the Darkseer. And that Darkseer is gone. Fast as he can, and if they're not careful, they'll lose the stack here as well. Snapfire doing everything she can to put the pain onto the bear, but the bear is stunned, and down he goes! Beautiful play from Huncho. This Sven's lurking on the sideline. We should see this Roche go down before before the enemy team really can get in position, right? Not unless they mass port.
Yeah, I don't think...
Clinks does have lane. They're pushing this barracks in now. MGC and RE are punching your racks, guys. Storm's Spirit 45 seconds until he returns. Now they can't go bottom lane because there is still a tower. Oh, mind you.
Yeah, it's had a lot of pain.
Back. And he's coming up
Yeah,
on 6.
so
And the clockwork is dead, but the Weaver has come to play as well. Looks like the Rat is going to run as fast as he can to try and get out of there, but ultimately dies to the urn. Ooh. Damage, and just like that, down goes Filipino rules.
Yeah, okay, I think we're both. I think both mid laners are making some very silly mistakes.
Question, Ilstaya, and I would be very surprised if you were like, "Oh yeah, it's just this," but I just thought I'd ask in case, you know.
Yeah, I don't think it does. I'd be surprised if it does. Only 1k gold behind the Lifestealer, but the Lifestealer is so much scarier.
Damage from the Clinks, but the Clinks to kill the fish. That Clinks.
They did see the Muzz walking in.
Oh, catch onto the Clinks.
So I don't know why they stay signature heroes, if you want to call them that. I do like that the Sen does have a Yules now. So
Glipnir and Dust onto Reverie, and his team has sort of left him alone. Catch that fish, but the Darkseid is lurking on the side too. Both these heroes are very low. Clockwork and Mars can get a whole lot done if Radiant. It's always very strong, but it's only really ever strong in the right hand. So, is there a Brewmaster player that I'm not aware of? Maybe. I'm sure there is. I'm still learning these teams at the moment.
like kill that gets away would have been even less likely to happen.
Whole team draws on the map directly towards the Roche pit. They know they're in there. That big blue scare. He's just been pulling him away while everyone's fighting. I haven't been paying attention.
He's still a little bit behind.
Not much.
Yes, he has caught up. And I think that's
the Snapfire as well. Axe is in, trying to get that Ursa to punch him, but they got the Yules now, and Axe becomes a whole lot more useless once that Yules goes off. Sand King blinking in, he pops his ult, and is doing a huge amount of damage to Ursa. I don't think we'll see a kill here. There is a fair bit of damage coming out from that dragon, but the troll decides to finally come to a fight, and who could have predicted that the big farming scary troll would re-enter? Sven trying to zone the rat on the back. But that's why they took this hero, right? Take those cheeky picks onto things like the Hoodwink. When they can.
he is.
And you miss out on the love from your position 3, but your position 3 does go for the call.
But the Ursa doesn't commit there.
His safety. Oh, bit of a whiff there, Johnny. Maybe just try with the spear while he's hasted.
Well played by MGC and a little bit of mistake. Couldn't get to anyone in a fight. So I
I was loading into it and it just kicked me out.
That's okay. I think they do have... line from Ursa shows that they know they're in there, or maybe they just want to take it themselves. Oh, the bug comes through.
See Ghost come in. Getting Galvanite stacks, which is something you always have to remember playing against the Storm. That you're not just, it's not just deaths for golden egg.
That Wyvern is stacked. Filipino Rules is absolutely stacked. I guess second net worth.
What's wrong with me? Why can't I feel?
And the Ursa is showing the power of the Abyssal Blade as well. I kind of wish Reverie didn't go for the
clever little moves and outplays, so keep your eyes on him tonight.
Yeah, and so far PPX has griefed his team by giving a free D-ward to the enemy. So despite Filipino Rules...
There's that huge stun once again at the Sand King. It just dies inside his stance. Escape here unless huge shackle comes out from Slaughter Gang. Slaughter Gang might be able to get his core away here, and he does, but they will lose the Snapfire in return. Oh, I'm not sure he wanted to be his Arctic Burn was ending and he sort of was walking down the edge or something, but...
he's got an Ag, so it's toggled. So
okay.
Shouldn't be that, but I don't know.
That's weird. Weird. Anyway, he's already got vision there. They pulled him out of the fountain, and I think he's just going to go down. Fish jumps in to get a stun, but this looks like fountain for their crit wave is...
looks like they're going to take Tormentor, which always feels good when you steal the enemies.
While they wait for their creep wave to do glorious battle. Out onto the rat.
He has his ulti up, so but here comes Sada.
Beautiful ult, just in the nick of time, and he should just disappear.
And again, this is the annoying factor when it comes to...
Well, eliminating that draft, but did struggle against the next draft that team came out with, so I'm keen to see if they can have a similar performance like they did in their first game tonight. Now this hero, Primal Beast.
That's where I think he should have just gone, because he doesn't have a bottle, he should have just gone base, and he wouldn't have been so low, but...
Sven wouldn't have minded taking a bit of XP and gold too.
I'm a little bit less...
Is it just to get on top of these slippery heroes? Like, if he gets on top of the Wyvern, starts the fight by killing her...
Would. And then got kited and was just taking all this AoE damage. She got to like a third HP before he could even...
Hook shot to his teammates and get out of there.
Engage, yep. I think that's the right play. Slider now needs to just be careful. His BKB is on cooldown, but Arena is also used, so...
Game, a good vac wall with the Storm Spirit and the Clinks, and he's putting out a lot of damage. Hoodwink and Sven are both incredibly strong. I think I'm Team Austrian Painters here. Ilstaya? That Mars just pins him to the wall and he is taking way more damage than he was just a moment ago. Life's